Hello there, and welcome to this edition, proudly brought to you by Yangi in partnership with Yali Abia Network. We'll be discussing a topic we started in the last time, which is the withdrawn confidence of the Nigerian youth on the judiciary. Today we have somebody in our midst, but before then, we just want to bring you a recap of what we discussed last week. It was just basically how the judiciary system has partially failed the Nigerian youth and how they do not trust the system anymore, bringing from several issues that has to do with governance, their justice system, the judgment, and the like. But today we're going to be having a different perspective, and we have someone with us to do justice to that. Without taking much of your time, we have in the person of Mr. Gideon Wankwo. You're welcome, Mr. Gideon. We're very glad to have you on the show.
Thank you very much, Mr. Polo. I'm so happy to be on the show today.
Thank you very much for honoring the invitation. We believe you're going to do justice to our topic today.
Well, let's do the best we can.
Yeah, sure, because we had a different perspective from the last episode we had. So we trust and believe that you're going to bring, more light on the topic.
Well, as a Nigerian youth, first of all, I won't deny that we've lost a little bit of faith. I'll say a little bit, because I really don't want to exaggerate things. In as much as some of our young persons in Nigeria have given up hope, I like to believe that in this current Nigeria, in this judiciary system, we still have hope. We still do. We still have people that are giving their best to make sure that we get justice every day in the court of law. So I like to believe that, yes, we're on track and Nigeria is making good progress.
You believe we're on track?
Yes, I do believe we're on track.
You sound so confident in this judicial system. Like as a Nigerian youth, you are.
What you don't believe in, you cannot benefit from.
True.
So we have to believe in the system so that we can be able to benefit from the system. So that being said, where do we start from now? Okay, we can tell you time and time again, there are different narratives. Even basically, there's a family law lawsuit that recently got resolved concerning some family land disputes and all. And I can tell you for a fact that it actually turned out positive, which was unlike what most people would have expected.
That sounds very uncommon to a Nigerian youth.
Oh, I won't really say it's uncommon, but then again, it's encouraging.
Yes,
that justice last
has said.
Yes.
What measures do you think Nigerian youth should take? It's just there. They've lost confidence in the system, and something has happened recently. The country that has fired up their zeal. They've fired up their determination not to believe in the system anymore. So what measures do you think the youth can take to go back and trust the system?
Well, first of all, I think that the youth should be educated. I think the major problem we have among Nigerian youth is ignorance.
Yeah.
They lack idea basically of what the judiciary system is all about. So if the Nigerian youths are going to gain confidence in the judiciary, they will have to not just slander the system, but they will have to get active in the involvement. And I'm going to appreciate the Nigerian youth first of all, because our 2023 elections was a huge turnout. Like you can see that the Nigerian youths are hungry for change.
Yeah.
And we are not just in words only, but this time
in action.
Action, indeed. So that being said, we can see that if we take the same approach as has already been mustered concerning the elections and concerning choosing our leader and the kind of system of governance we want to operate in the country, that if we take the same approach to the judiciary, that we are definitely going to be getting the right results as intended. We cannot keep playing the ostrich game and expect that things will go well. You cannot hide your head in the sand and expect that you will not be seen because you're hiding your head in the sand. It just doesn't work that way. Okay, so your active involvement is needed. Your exposure, your participation, and your confidence in the judiciary you cannot downplay it. Okay, so that being said, let's be optimistic about our country, Nigeria, because you cannot keep shooting everything down and you expect it to take you up. You have to fly with it. And I believe Nigeria has come to a place where good things are happening. Why shouldn't you trust? Why shouldn't you believe?
Thank you very much, Mr. Gideon.
You're very welcome.
But one last question. This it's coming out emanating from the response that you gave. So I believe you're trying to say that the youth should, have faith in the judicial system in Nigeria. They should, have their faith after all they've seen. But late, when we still talk about their valid, in quotes, valid reason for going into job with justice. Some areas, many areas, obvious areas where they've been disappointed. Are you still insisting, or not just insisting? I would like you to, give us points, give us other reasons why they should have faith in this system.
The Bible says faith without works is dead, and without faith it is impossible to see God. Okay, first, as a man of God, let's clarify that.
I didn't know you're a man of God.
Oh, well, without faith you cannot survive in Nigeria. All right, so that being said, I recall some time ago there was some jungle justice killing in Alu with some Unifor students. I think there were about 4 of them then.
Yeah, true.
If you can recall, I don't think from that time till now we've had such incidents, not like it was then. Then you had young promising students that their life were cut short all of a sudden because of perceived or wrong preconceived notion or whatever the misunderstanding or whatever led to that killing of that day. I mean, that's a story that we really don't want to see happen again in this country. But I've noticed that we don't have such things, especially in our higher institutions anymore. And especially in the Southeast here, I can see for a fact that. Let me bring it home right here. Anything that happens, it doesn't take long for the police, for the law enforcement agents to get involved. So you don't see such killing. Even the rates of cultism and all the rest of those social vices that destroy our reputation and the lives of young people, such things have been drastically reduced. That goes to say that the judiciary system are not all bad. In as much as they may not be perfect yet due to one or two things that, are outside of your control. Yes, you can say that there are some factors in play that you cannot control, definitely. There are always some things you cannot control. But we can see that we are making progress. In as much as people with money will always try to perverse justice, it's even there in the book of Proverbs. The Bible says that a poor man's wisdom is despised because he not get money. But if we keep slandering our judiciary system, how do we hope to get the best out of it? We can only work towards getting the best when we become active and participate towards good governance, especially in our judiciary system.
From what you said, we can gather that the Nigerian judicial system can be trusted. And for one of my high points over here is you said faith without works is dead, quoting the Bible, which I opined. I didn't know that's a man of God. Truly, if we have faith in the system, we believe in the progressive state of the nation, the judicial system is something that Nigerian youth can go back to trust. We can believe that things can definitely, get better. We're improving every day. Have faith in the system. Bring back your confidence in the system, and we're going to have a progress in Nigeria. Thank you very much for listening. My name is Paul Lord. Until next time, see you.